Day one of jury selection has wrapped in the more than $1.5 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News. Roughly 300 people have been called in Delaware. That's once the judge identifies 36 prospective jurors. Eventually, a panel of 12 plus alternates will be selected. Now, this group will be asked pre-approved questions, including what kind of news they watch. However, they will not allowed to be asked about their political beliefs. So joining us now, jury consultant and strategy advisor, Christina Marinakis. Christina, thank you so much for being with us. So the judge has allotted 2 days for jury selection starting today. Given how much attention this case already has received, is that enough time in your opinion?
In the state of Delaware, it should be enough time. The lawyers don't get an opportunity to do a lot of follow-up questions or really any follow-up questions. To the extent that the jurors are raising their hands to the questions that have been agreed upon, that the judge will be asking, the judge and the judge alone will ask those follow-up questions. And most likely those questions are going to be, can you set aside whatever opinions and biases that you have or whatever experiences that you have and give the parties a fair shot? And once the juror says yes to that, they qualified for the panel.
All right, so Christina, let's talk about the political makeup of that region. Reuters reports that in Newcastle County, where this is being tried, Democrats outnumber Republicans by more than 2 to 1. So is this likely to impact this entire selection process?
Well, anytime you're in a metropolitan area, you're going to have a jury pool that leans Democratic. And in this particular case, of course, that's likely to impact how people feel about the issues involved. Oh, complicating that, you also have the fact that Joe Biden was a senator of Delaware. And so even some of the more conservative folks that are in Newcastle County have a respect for him. And so really, politics are going to play a role in any case, but particularly in this particular case. One other thing that's really unique about Newcastle County is you have a wide range of income and socioeconomic status there, from the people that are living in Wilmington. And then the outskirts of Newcastle County, you have a lot of the old money and large corporations that are all centered there. So I would expect that there's going to be a wide variety of people that are on the jury and quite a diverse jury there.
All right, so Christina, let's talk about the fact that there are some very high-profile people expected to testify here. We can start with the boss, Rupert Murdoch, Tucker Carlson, Maria Bartiromo. Justice is supposed to be blind, as we know, but does the fame and high-profile nature of this potentially impact how these jurors will be selected?
It's not necessarily the high-profile nature of it. It's the fact that jurors are likely going to have pre-existing opinions of these individuals. And so it's the pre-existing opinions and people's beliefs that are likely to influence how they view the credibility of that witness.
All right, and Christina, the judge just this week sanctioned Fox News for withholding information. This happened before jury selection because, again, jury selection just started today. How could that fact impact how these jurors are selected?
Hopefully it doesn't. It shouldn't impact. That's not something the jury should be aware of. But the truth of the matter is some jurors go home, they get online, they look at things, or even inadvertently, something pops up on their TV screen or something, and they may see something about it. And that could impact how they view the case and the credibility of Fox and their lawyers. But you would hope that the jurors are staying away from social media, staying away from the news. They're certainly being told that, I'm sure.
All right, Christina Marinakis, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.